Hopefully this works now. Yeah, save that. There we go. I got distracted by petting Custo on my lap and look up and see the screen not working. Turn off mute and then, oh hey, the whole mic wasn't working because I had to update some drivers, and of course, things don't want to work. But Callisto is here and saying hi. She's just like, I just want to love. I just want to love in the arms all day. Yeah. She is a legitimate little sweetheart. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. There she goes. Their food's in like an hour and a bit, so we'll see if they remain. We have Callisto, or not Callisto, we have Rhea on the top of the tower. So, cats. Who are super, super cute, and we loves them. So, I need to get myself in position. Hello. Yeah. Callisto. Hi. Hello, Cali. Yeah, she doesn't. She's like, I was just wanting to snuggle. I don't want talks. Yeah, who's a fussy? Oh, let me pick you up, Tank. Oh, I just want to hold you because you're so sweet. She is my accessory today. She decided that she was going to be my handheld accessory. The accessory to cuteness. Yeah. She's such a snuggle bun. I went to sleep with her in my arms. I woke up with her in my arms. It can only be considered a good day. Can only be considered that. So, yeah. Let's see here. My green stuff arrived. It was frozen outside on our front porch area. So, been having to let it dry because I don't have any green stuff. Well, not dry. I need it to warm up. But yeah, I don't have any green stuff. I only have epoxy putty, which is good, but the thing is that's nice about green stuff is that it's very tacky, so it clings on to things a little bit easier, and it's less easy for me to squish it, because I squish things. Oh, we have kitties on the counter. I also cleaned my studio. I know it doesn't really look like it, but there's so much floor. Yeah, so that's fishing stuff, as with tackle bag. But yeah, there's just so much floor. It's so nice. And Callisto still likes to stumble around on my miniatures. But is Rhea in the cat tree? Yeah, Rhea's up in the top of the cat tree. The heat vent is right up here, so it nicely flows down right onto the top of the cat tower. You can see her head right there. Yeah, that's her spot. She will fight you for it. She will fight that spot. What? Yeah, what's up, Callisto? What's up? Don't want me to always be talking about your sister? Is it all about you? Please don't jump from there. Please don't jump from there. Just wander around elsewhere. Please. That's not... No, you may not take that. Oh, no. No, you brat. Come on. You. She tried to steal my orc axe, the long saber polearm, from what I was working on for Golden Demon for last year. Still wondering if I should ever actually enter that, but I don't know if I'll have time to work on it. Not with me trying to work on one full creature caster and 2 updates. Because I did question the powers that be that the twins are considered a medium, and the queen is of course considered a large. So I was going to touch these guys up as well and submit them. Because you can only enter one per category. Callisto, I will kick you out if you keep going after those. You are such a pest. A cute pest, but a pest. And of course, the little Enchantress is tiny, or the small category. I don't know if I'm going to be entering into the diorama. I doubt it. I don't really want to consider what my guys are here as dioramas. I just wanted to make sure that their base was kind of interesting. And yeah, and so, but really, like, this is the product of my base for the queen. It's nothing right now, but I kind of wanted to like almost like roll out a sheet of epoxy putty or green stuff and just kind of like layer it over top of this and and go from there. Yeah, submit as much as I can. And the thing is that the queen I painted for the 2020 Resin Beast. I think the twins were either for 2021 or 2022. And but that was through photos, and my photo skills are also my cameras all seem to love to oversaturate, and so in my process of trying to to correct that, it kind of made the whole thing look a little bit duller. So it's like, okay, we'll forgo that, and so I'm going to touch it up, kind of take what I've kind of learned from feedback and hopefully be able to adjust it. That's my hope anyways. Yeah, so yeah, entering 3 is kind of like, whoo, at least the 2 are essentially done. I just have to work with those pretty much with a glove on so that my hand grease does not affect them. Although, I could varnish them. The only problem with that is that it will make everything the same kind of shininess. So the work between making something glossy versus something matte to give that impression might get lost. So, but yeah. Either way, painting time. You believe in me. I'm glad one of us does. I'm glad one of us does. And I'm going to be going to I'm probably going to be going to a yarn store today because while my friend did have, my friend had a baby, and I made them a baby blanket and a little cat doll. And when early on in the pregnancy, they both asked me for advice and help to make these little dolls. They're really funny little dolls. So I gave them advice and also like suggestions on the yarn and where to get them, and it then also said, like, if you guys need any help, let me know and I'll help them out with it. And also they did bring up that they might, if they run out of time or they find that it's a bit too challenging for them, that they were going to ask if I would just do it for them, which I'm totally fine with doing. And so I inquired with them because little baby has been born, and I inquired about, like, so did you guys actually make it? Aw, Jen! Aw. Well, say hi to Mr. Jen for me. I do look forward to meeting you both, or meeting you, Mrs. Jen, and seeing Mr. Jen again. I'm sad that he's not going to be at Gen Con, or not Gen Con, Adepticon, because, you know, words are my best friend right now. So just bring those 3 onto here. I'm just going to toss them over there. Throwing down some new paints on my very crowded palette, but that's okay. Let's get that dragon out here. Okay, yeah, we're good here. Where should I put a green? I'll just put a tiny amount of that green there. Okay. Where was I going with this one? I don't know. Train of thought completely gone. It has vanished. Like the morning sun. Or the evening sun? One of those. This one worked fine. This one, have I never used this one? I guess not. Boop. Let me just make sure that that is doubly poked. So I've never actually opened this paint up. Go me. By using new paints. And, yeah. Oh, that is bright. I was kind of reminded about using some fluorescent paints in conjunction with everything to kind of help with the pops. This one also never was open. I guess whenever I've accessed these ones, I've only ever used them for my tabs. Yeah, I think it'll be fun to enter these guys in person. Though I do need to adjust some of the metals and lighting and what have you. Probably get a whole different palette for that one. A whole brand new palette. But yeah, so I got some new paints on the palette here. And can take off the cover for my paint water. Kittens, man. Kittens. I'm just kind of curious on how this blue would respond. Probably don't need to use that brush. Yeah, it'll be. For me, I was, because I was asking questions to them, and I'm not trying to sound like, you know, uncaring or, you know, above everything else and being like, oh no, I'm very altruistic about submitting. But the thing is that I really just want to get in there for myself, get back into it, but also kind of meet people again. It's going to be very strange not having the huge crowd that I had last time. But a lot of the people I know who would have been going are not. Mainly some of it's out of medical concern, since there is no vaccine requirement. But I know that I'll likely be wearing my masks from day. A lot of places. So I couldn't ask Bugs to do that. But I should order some stickers for my QR code to go to all my medias that I have, because of no longer being on Twitch, and so some of those informations are a little bit wonky. And so I should adjust it just that smidge, you know? So the information on the back is wrong, and so I was just thinking of like ordering stickers and just sticking it on the back of them and being like, now you could just scan the QR code. La 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 la, kind of thing. I'm just seeing now if how this different blue might add to the whole thing of it. Are you a crazy cat? Yeah, you are. She's so crazy. She's so crazy and kooky. But the whole back here of the lighting looks a lot better now that I have the lower bricks here also in that same kind of cold blue, and kind of also transitioning a little bit onto this side, just enough to really point out to it, but hopefully not too much to be distracting. I am looking forward to at least seeing stickers are easy, especially since I have a good amount of cards still. And I don't really want to throw them out. Order a bunch of stickers. I'm really excited also to get to go see my friend on the way there and on the way back. It's gonna be a good trip. Even though I do feel like I'm gonna be relatively lonely throughout the entire thing. But I think that I will still do okay. At least, that's my hope. That is the hope. I'm just gonna add that blue here, and I was working also on, like, I've been working on it off camera, just to kind of, cause especially when it's like fiddly things like getting that light perspective to work. Hey Day! And whatnot. It was a lot of back and forth of figuring it out and figuring out where that light will land. So alright, yeah, so I think I was talking about those dolls as well for my friends. So I inquired with them, and now that the baby's born, and so they are not really having the time to work on those, and so I am going to, in my downtime from the painting, as a way to like completely take a full-on break from painting, would be to work on those dolls and watch shows and stuff. So that'll be nice. Yeah, I wish so too, Day. I wish you were. saw that there was a place called Legoland nearby, so maybe when I'm not doing something at Adepticon, I'll go and check that out. Well, bosses, man. If they're that short-staffed, they should hire more. Yeah, for sure. I kind of guessed that was going to be the case, but, you know, there was always that hope. I'm trying to make it so the white's not so chalky. Well, technically, this would have still been the earliest year, so you weren't wrong. You were just misleading. But, yeah. I know the whole, like, trying to get back into painting thing. Like, this has been... It's been a struggle and a half. That's to put it lightly. Be able to look at models and not only feel like intense frustration and annoyance. I'm trying out white ink right now just to maybe be a bit smoother with the white transitions, just because it has been a little bit chalky. No, not chunky. Chunky whites. Chalky whites. Chunky whites also is kind of like the same. Along the same thing. So maybe I'll wait until my big art piece should be framed. They were assuming by I think the 6th of February. So maybe I'll just wait till then to go and pick that up and then get the yarn then. I'll see how I feel about going anywhere after I'm done painting today. We'll see. I also have like physio tomorrow, so I can always just go after that. I finished another book, Three Body Problem, which I gotta say was pretty interesting. It has 2 more books in its conjuncture, and the only bit that's a little bit hard to follow sometimes is the names, but I'm kind of got better with it, especially with voice. Oh, you did some stitching. That's nice. I have yet to really do a bunch of that since being bedridden. Haven't really touched stitching. Mainly because my kittens. Man, my kittens. Although Moose has been acting like a kitten recently, which has been absolutely adorable, and I love it. We got a... I got some replacement toys in the mail yesterday, and one of them was a large stick of... It shows it as dynamite, because I couldn't find the carrot one with catnip. And it's a giant dynamite stick of catnip. So we're saying that Moose is a munitions explosive expert now. And no explosives in the kitchen. But man, she was just going crazy over it. Which is really, really entertaining to see. I can't guarantee that I'll be all in the best headspace after physio. Just with how my head's been getting all like woozy from various exercises. And usually at the end of it, I just feel like going home and passing out. Hi, what's up? Hang on some weight. This looks like coffee.
I just took a big swig.
That would do it. Explain that.
Which one is this one's the other one?
Yeah, though that one might go in. I asked them this morning about if the twins would be considered a large or a medium, because you can enter one per category. The queen's a large, the twins are a medium, and this is a small.
Wouldn't be you if you weren't adding on another project to do.
It's not over, they're almost done. Well, they are done. Quotation.
Well, if they're done, then put them away.
But they're not the completed thing. That's the way. I don't know.
It wouldn't be you if you're not picking up a third project to do.
I mean...
I can tell that's not done. Look how not done that is.
I know, right? It's not done. I mean, I haven't picked up for Golden Demon, so...
Well, better get to it.
Die. Jab. Oh. Jay says hi. He says hi. He's gone back upstairs. Water. I love that thing so much. That thermos. Wouldn't be me if I wasn't adding on projects. Thanks. What a confidence. It's moreover that they're there kind of right now as a inspiration. Did Tam bring Moose? No. Moose might have followed him, but Moose then promptly left with him. I still have a Rhea up in the cat tree though. Oh. I don't think wanting to bring these along. So let's just try. Yeah, Rhea's keeping me company. Okay, good, Rhea. She's there. You have to make that little jingle. Like a good neighbor, if somebody's there. It's an insurance company. I don't particularly remember which insurance company because I don't really watch those kinds of things, but sometimes the jingle picks up and gets taken over by our jokes about moose. Because we're like a good moose. Moose is there. Or just moose. Because it's funny. What's up, Callisto? So, I got called out one time. This was when we had a bunch of friends over, and we were playing, it's called Secret Hitler. Never before have I been yelled at being called a fascist, let alone in such a short proximity of time. There was this one time that we were doing the intro to it so that we could figure out who's who and whatnot. And I was on the bad people side. And so my eyes were open at this point, and Moose called. I didn't see where Moose was, but I responded to it because she was just wanting an answer just from where she was. So I answered, and so then the guy beside me was like, "Oh yeah, no, clearly she's on the bad side because she answered her cat's call, and so clearly she must have seen her." And I'm like, I know my cat's called even without seeing them. I know exactly which cat is what. So, but then no one trusted me because of that. But I'm like, I know my cats. Like, yes, you're correct for one, but still, like, Jesus H. Macy, like, I know my cat sounds. Like a good mouse, like a good cat. Mouse is there. Yeah. So it was just really funny because it was like, well, you're not wrong, but you're not right for the right reasons. I gotta say though, that game is very shouty inducing. But it's like, if you're at all familiar with like the game Werewolf or Mafia. Yeah, it takes time to learn them. That's for sure. I've pretty well gotten all four of ours down. And the only thing that sometimes is difficult to know is when I actually see them, but like see the kittens, including Moose sometimes actually. But it's like slightly dark. It's really, really challenging to tell the difference between the two of them. And they've taken to sitting similarly to how Moose sits. And thus it makes it even more difficult sometimes to even distinguish by shape if it's Moose or them. But they definitely have their own sounds, very unique to them. This guy is not a cat owner. And he's like, oh, you have to have seen it. You have to have seen Moose to know that it was Moose, and thus your eyes were open. And whereas the other people who were they were arguing for my case of like, or they're her cats, you know, like they're her cats, and thus that's not the case. But still, I wasn't trusted anymore after that. Only too sad. But it's really funny because our two baby kittens are not, I would call, natural speakers. Alright, go play with glue. Yeah. Our kittens are not, I would say, natural speakers. They would not have normally started speaking to us. But I believe that because they heard how we always responded to Moose and Athena calling and talking to us, that they tried to figure out how to do that themselves. Which resulted in a really funny sounding calls from both of them, but mainly Callisto because she sounds like a seagull more often than not. A seagull, a turkey. So for a while I was calling her a turgulkin because she was a turkey, a seagull, and a kitten. And it all depended on which day she decided to be what. She would just, her squeaks were just so funny. She still does it. She still squeaks. It's her calls are mostly all squeaks. And other little trills. And Rhea meows with her tongue out. So we make fun of that as well. That's what humans do best, right? They make fun of their cats. Like, meow with my tongue out. Because that's what she does. Trying to figure out what color of eyes I want to put along the bottom here. Or at least, like, you know, with this whole model in general. Trying to figure it out. It might be one of those things that I take back again into Photoshop just to practice. Or moreover, not practice, but shuffle around all the different colors in the world to figure out which ones would work the best. I was going to say stand out, but not necessarily want them to stand out, so. But I want them to be, you know, distinct enough. Some little flakes of construction material, so picking that out. There we go. And we'll just throw some of this darker blue onto that, just to be like, yeah, no, it's gone. You saw nothing. Looks more focused. Okay. And I actually responded to a posting for commissions. So we'll see if that pans out to anything, but I've picked up the last book for the Red Rising series. I'm excited to see the conclusion of that series. I love the Libby app so much. It just allows me to have stories to listen to that are from a library instead, so that I'm not actually, like, you know, having to spend so much money on books. while I do love books, I no longer feel the need to own every single book that I've read. I mean, I will pick up the ones that I really like. Like, I do plan to pick up the Red Rising series. In terms of more modern literature that I've read, which I can't say I've partaken in too many because I've been mostly reading, getting through a lot of the classics. But still, like, the method of writing, especially any kind of intense battle scenes, everything is just so vivid in the Red Rising series. It just sticks with you. Like, I read an overview and I could imagine still, like, all the scenes that it actually was actually in the book, when I was just like, because I didn't personally want to have to reread everything to pick up the last book again. So I read an overview of, like, all the key points in the book, and it made me just remember how every part of it made me feel, and the sadness I felt for some of the characters. In, like, situations that were just not fair. Oh man, such a good series. I personally really love it. And when I found out that the 5th book had indeed come out with an audiobook, it was so hard to finish listening to Wheel of Time with the knowledge that I could listen to the continuation of what happens to Darrow. If anyone is wanting, like, very good sci-fi 5-book series of a really good portrayal of the caste system, but on a space industry, like a solar system wide caste system. one of my newer friends in this area, did listen to my recommendation and has now the copies of Red Rising. He's part of the reason why. Oh, while cleaning her paws, the best thing ever. Yeah, he's part of the reason why I picked up the Three Body Problem book, because he was talking about it to one of our other friends, and you know, it's one of those of like, he's on the quieter side, and so in order for me to have, I wanted to have something to be able to talk to him about, or talk with him about. So I was like, okay, I'll try the Three Body Problem. What are you gluing, Day? Okay, yeah, I'm curious. Curious on what this cosplay prop is. I'm trying to make this not look so chalky, but it's so interwoven with so many different colors that it's, I guess it's kind of hard for it to. Hi, little Rhea, how's it going? Can you be helped? Yeah, you can't be helped? You're just a little with little face and a little cutie? Yeah. You're getting much better at jumping up here. Much better than your sister. Sit down. Stop right here. Can you be helped? How do you feel? Are you cute? Yeah. Let's show you off a bit more, yeah, because you are so sweet. And she's just like, I've come down from the tower, from the kitty tower Olympus, to come say hi. With her big bushy tail, even though she's not that bushy herself, but she has a really fluffy tail. Not like yours, Day. Not like your cats. They have really significantly bushy tails, but for her small size and whatnot, her tail is big and long and very fluffy compared to my 3 other cats. Yeah. What's up, no sweets? I call her tail an ink blot tail because it's like, it's the only part on her that's like really striped into black. Like she has some stripy arms, but like she's a really black tail. And so I call it her ink blot tail. but it's like super poofy. Just poofy poof. Yeah. I couldn't remember which one was the one that was super, super fluffy. Yeah, hi. Oh my gosh, you're just a suck for love, aren't you? That's all you want. You just want love. She just wants her love. Yeah, she just wants pets. What's this? You don't need those, do you? Do you need those side hairs? They look unnecessary. They look unnecessary. Yes, they do. Oh my goodness, you're just such a cutie. What's a cutie face? I know, I'm just encouraging you to come in and distract me from my painting. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I'm doing, is just encouraging this whole behavior thing. Talking about random breeds and cats, I honestly feel like Rhea has, it's called Egyptian Mao in her. She's a little bit more diagonal in terms of how her back legs work. She has really, for her body size and for the rest of her back legs are really long. So she's more of a, like, her back legs are arched up a little bit more. And I was like, it's a very distinct feature of her. She's very springy because of it. But also with, like, how her fur is speckled, like how her fur structure is speckled, and her light eyes just very much attribute her to seemingly being more Egyptian Mao, or at least have that little bit of prominence in there. The other cat that has those kind of, like, larger back legs was bobtailed. So I didn't really look at that because it was like, well, Rhea doesn't have a bobtail. Although that would be kind of cute. But, like, Rhea's fur is banded in how it is, and so she's just a special little baby. They're all special little babies. What are you doing? What's going on out there? Are you gonna let me paint ever again? Ever again? Here, I'm gonna just scratch your ribs. Oh my god, scratch your ribs! Oh no! Oh no, what are you gonna do about that? Hmm? Yeah. Big paws. Callisto had big paws. And Callisto's a tank. She is so dense. She's like feels like twice the weight of Rhea. Definitely, like, much more strength of rib cage. Go on. Go on. Go hunt whatever it is that you're hunting. Go on. What is it? What do you see? Go on. Yeah. Food's already going off shortly. Back to painting. Paint. I still think having a Maine Coon would be really fun, or a Norwegian forest cat. But I just felt like I would be doing them a disservice by not allowing them outside. Because they look like they would be outdoor cats. Like enjoying the whole, like, all the seasons, all the snow. But especially with Athena, we can never have outdoor cats. Not when it might put her health at risk. Yeah, it just when I was seeing so many photos of them like looking just so happy in like the snow. Also, there's absolutely no breeders around us. And there's no way I'm going to be having a cat shipped to me. Because for one, I want to meet them. To know if they are going to be a good fit. And then, of course, I came across Rhea and Callisto, and Rhea had my heart. She just wouldn't leave my lap alone when I was there. Which was hard enough as is, just because I was still hobbling around with my cane. And she was like, no, I wanna hang out with you on your lap. Take me home. I don't really say no to that. And it really is a true gift to have bonded cats. Seeing them snuggling each other is just so precious. And seeing them play with Moose. Moose learning how to play. Well, play with other cats. She definitely knows how to play with toys. He's a scamp like that. I never want them to get bored. But the kittens love the cat wall we installed into Tam's office. Makes me want to have one down here for my studio myself, but I also don't want to encourage them to run around and knock over anything in here. So they can run around, just not necessarily in my studio. In the summer, though, yeah. I would really love to get a catio. But once again, with Athena's allergies, that is a no-go. Because there's no way that we'd be able to distinguish between which cat goes out there. And I really don't want to put her through her allergy responses again. Not if I can avoid it. And so to make it so that the kittens aren't too interested in the outdoors, their first experience with outside was us tossing them into the first large snowfall. We just had the door open, but we tossed them into the snow. And they were like, you know what? No, we really don't want to be out here. And so they ran back inside, and we're like, yeah, that's right. You don't want to be out there. You want to be in here where it's warm and cozy. We did that as, we joked about saying that was our 1 year check of or the year 1 check of, have we succeeded well in giving a home to them that they want to go back inside? I know it's not at all a good indicator of that, because, you just threw a cat that
likes warm and cozy stuff into, you know, snow. But even since moving here, Moose hasn't shown any interest in the outdoors, even during the summer. And I think that just has to do now that we have just that much more space for them all to just be in the sun and relax. And oh, hi, Remy. Yeah, I know, poor cats. It's getting a bit too... I don't know. A bit weirdly pink. Flat, I guess I would say. And what? Upsies! No. Yeah, I'm trying to make it so that Callisto doesn't learn the whole, like, meow at me until I pick her up kind of thing. Since she has a habit of copying Athena. Don't really want that. Don't really want that copied over. Hard enough to keep up with Athena. I for the most part, have Callisto have to hop herself up. Much as I love Athena's dependency on me, I don't want two cats to be insanely dependent on my existence. I'm good now. More fidgets, yeah. Yeah, getting my kittens to sit still for an extended period of time. Unless they're like fully asleep in my lap. Worse than you for sitting still? Yeah. Having Athena definitely, and Moose, definitely taught me how to sleep even stiller and to sit still. I would never want to disturb them. But man, if I don't have a cat on me, I'm fidgeting all over the place. Hoping that that hair looks... At least that part's beginning to look, I think, decent. I have no kitties. That's because food is legitimately about to go off. Why did I pick up this blue? this is beginning to... The armor is beginning to take a little bit more shape. These pieces up just a little bit. Am I using the tiny one? Yeah, I am. Ready to go. Just trying to get that shape of these feathers. There it goes. That's one side of her feathers. It loves to just dry out on me. So you just plop water on top of it and then
that seep in. Thankfully, with wet palettes, it's not that hard to keep things from fully drying out. I just live in a very dry area. Drier than California, which is kind of crazy. Bring on. That'll get some tea in me. Oh, you're back? Fuzzy Butt's back. Mm-hmm. Back up to the top of the tower? Back up to the tower with you. She's had her food, so now she's a happy little kitten. Right. I was adding some orange into this to kind of give it a little bit more volume and to kind of give a nice balance to the orange of her skin tone. She's very orange. The way I view it is that where this creature is touching is kind of impacting its coloring. So to get it to still have that kind of give that kind of look is I'm trying not to make it so parted. Like I want the colors to flow. A lot of back and forth on the colorings of
of these guys. Should probably actually just glue this in place so it has that extra little bit of support. I'm gonna go over little bits here. He sits up like this, so a lot of this is going to be in shadow. That's a bit too intense so far. We'll bring that up there. Throw that color down onto my skin just to see it. We're using this just as a kind of like a force perspective to force me into knowing whereabouts. I have a tendency to forgo light sources and kind of like my tenses in speech, where I will use past, present, and future tenses all together in the same sentence. And not realize it. Kind of do that sometimes with my lighting, unless I like force its perspective. Yes, can I help you, little Miss Fussy? Are you fussy? Are you going to admit to being fussy? Callisto.
Are you cute? Yeah, there you are. Hi, sweetums.
The answer to is she cute is yeah, of course. Yeah, I am going to. As to how I'm actually going to get glue in there? Itty bitty little drop. And we put that in to fit there perfectly, as she does. So I'm not missing anything super. Wow, that is an intense thing, Day. An intense thing. Ooh, that is a pretty sunset. My brother's family sent me photos of their sunset. That does make me wonder how he sees it, since he's colorblind. Like, how is he perceiving it? Yeah, I assumed as such. What is it for? Like, or moreover, I'm guessing it's a staff. But like from Final Fantasy, like from where? Are you gonna sleep there? Are you gonna rest on Athena's pillow? Cause you're her #1 fan? Hey you. Hi Stone. My beautiful orange-eyed kitty. I often want to post her into one orange brain cell just because of, like, she has those orange eyes and man is she stupid. Precious. Beyond compare. But oh my god, she can be so dumb. Especially when it comes down to Athena. Ah. Yeah, that's cool. tried that game, Genshin Impact, or however you actually pronounce it. Of course. For some whatever reason. You like that? Thank you. Are you going to stay in my lap? And what are you going to do now, Caliban? So pretty. Yeah? Are you going to go after your tail? Are you going to make a little scorpion tail? She doesn't do it nearly as much anymore. But yesterday, she hadn't done it for a few days, and then yesterday she was like, no, I really, really, really just want to use my tail as a pacifier. So. She hasn't fully grown out of that yet. Okay, there you go. Is a little baby wanting to be tucked in? There you go. I'll make sure that you're completely tucked in. Yeah. There you go. The pouch now. Yeah, my little sweet. Oh, soft. So soft. Here, just so you guys can see the adorableness that is her. Here she is, just hanging out. Although she's probably going to stick her head under soon, as she is a little suckerfish for her tail. But it makes her happy, and it's not doing really any damage, so. Yeah, beautiful kitty kitty. That's who you are. You're a beautiful kitty kitty. Yeah. Pretty girl. Yeah, she's thinking about it. She's like, I mean, this is cozy. Is it the right amount of coziness for she's thinking of? Blue in there. Mm-hmm. You're welcome to fall asleep, sweetie. Don't need to stay awake. Yep. Now she's tucked her head under. She is just so precious. Sorry, just. She's stolen my heart, that's for sure. I keep joking that I'll take her to Adepticon with me. Go on a road trip with the kitties. Okay, I got you still. You're just far enough under the table that I can I can still do my work, sweets. Water. Was I? Alright, I was working on teeth. Like, there was something I was working on. He's now disappeared into my lap.
Oh, not completely? Not completely asleep yet?
Oh, yeah, no. Okay, you can do your own thing. I was trying to help, but nope. My help is not wanted nor warranted. I'm just not able to get this coloring working. I'm wondering if it has to do with that fluorescent pink that I added on in. Might be part of it. I'm doing a light, very, very light dry brush. Over this crown. Kind of just to show what's there. I know I've done this a few times now, but and I've darkened it down and made it a bit more challenging. For myself, that is. All I see is a bit of her neck, a shoulder blade, and her ears. No, she's so precious. It's almost not fair how precious she is. Almost. Might make these orange eyes. There's also... Just saw these guys. You'd think that after all this time, I would know where all the eyes are. I don't.
Hi, Maya. Yeah, what's up? Did you think that, remember that your sister's here now? Oh gosh. We're gonna have a party over here, aren't we? Sister's back to being asleep. I don't think I can have you both on my lap right now. Not when I'm painting. Kittens, man. Yeah, kitten party. Yeah, I call it cuddle party when they both decide that they want to be on a lap. They'll just pile on top of each other. But as such, they also don't understand why, like, Athena and Moose don't want that. I keep telling the older girls that, you know, they would just let it happen. They would find out that the kittens are super warm. Are you really going to try? You're going to compress your sister. There's literally a pillow right there. And you want to be on this side. Thanks. Lister, your sister is crazy. Yeah, you're gonna go onto that pillow? Be a good little kitten? Cat logic, yep. Cat logic, that's for sure. Like, where's gonna be the most inconvenient location for my home in? And Callisto's now out. Like, out. She sleeps
so hard. But you know, it's adorable. It also just means that, like, once when she's asleep, I can move into position and really, you're attacking a pillow cat.
Who's being destructive?
Would you believe it, Rhea, if I told you it was you? You're the one being destructive? You. You silly little butt. It could have helped distinguish just a little bit. Take a tiny smidgen of orange. Go over that. Actual paint is coming through here. Oh, I have to change my brush, but oh, that was a bit too dark back here. It's gonna be kind of exciting to do my own, like, personal little road trip. And stop whenever I want to stretch my legs. It's gonna be really nice. Go into my darker red, burgundy color to kind of help enrichen this darker side. Sweetie. Yeah, Rhea. Don't want to be on your tower? You just want to hang out here? I'm just trying to make it less, it's less cold. Even though, you know, using white is going to do that. Just trying to keep it rich. Typically, I don't usually work with titanium white. This one is
Okay, they did put on my kettle, but now I have a cat on me and I can't really go get my tea bag. So I guess
Yes, just more water. Hi, you. What's up? What, you think it's your turn now? Hang out on my lap? Your sister's here. I know, right? Like, I told you this. And she's out. What are you doing? What are you trying to eat? No. No, no, no. Get that out of your mouth. So I shove my finger down her throat. You're not going to eat plastic. No, I know. You're just such a little pest. You don't want to be kicked out, do you? I guess you're going to be a pest until you get a lap. Is that it? Is that it, little fuzzball? Once again, experiencing cat logic. Hey, stop it. No, you're going down there. My table has been banished to her tower. As if like that's the most terrible thing that could ever happen. As much as I say I'm gonna bring the other two in, that is a hope. Thankfully. One could probably just be submitted just as is. Although, I do want to try to update the gold on it. Because it doesn't register as gold, and I think I just need to play more with its highlights. But I'd rather focus a lot on one model and get it really good than half-ass 3 models. I just found out like that Harry Potter game that's going to be coming out shortly is not in fact an MMO. Thought it was, but I have no idea how good that game's going to be. I don't typically ever look up game information. For release, it just seems to save me some heartbreak. Not to mention also, like, supporting that author once again just feels that crazy betrayal of, never meet your heroes, but I guess she wasn't ever really a hero, but her books did make me interested in reading. So it does suck that she turns out to be an absolutely terrible person. But the new Fire Emblem looks interesting, at least. And that's gonna be my that's my go-to prize for submitting things into Adepticon. To get myself there. I'm not saying I have to win anything. I'll just be happy that I'm able to get something submitted. It just looks like a mess. I just can't get myself to like it. I'm hoping that this filter will help. At least, unify it all. Bring down some of that. I know it was very, it just felt very sharp. And we'll get to that. We'll get to that point. I just wanted to unify what's up there. Okay, so what I want to do is to bring S tone into the hair. I feel like the shine's going to be in that area. I got to throw Tam's brain for a loop when I told him about the word phalo. Because I was complaining about its spelling. Because, of course, it would be such a strange word to spell. Mainly what was throwing me off was the PHTH. Like, the English language is not made for those with dyslexia. Then again, I don't think any language is really there for dyslexia. And thanks to my illustration courses that I was doing, I have a better understanding of how light shines on hair. I wouldn't say it's a perfect understanding, but it's a better understanding than I did. That's why it's always so strangely important to try out various other art mediums. Especially since it seems to give a brand new perspective to some things.
So, I do gotta say, I missed the undo button. I know the underside of the sword is still like purely dark, but honestly, I do wonder about how much it would actually be seen.
Thanks, baby.
Yeah, big stretch. Good kitty. Really don't understand what I'm seeing on this sword hilt.
hair off of that. Right, we were working on her hair. Brighten it up a bit. A bit of underlining to help distinguish those feathers just a little bit more on either side of her face. Yep. And then we're going to take this white ink . And these creases, I'm just going to throw in some of this other orange. I don't think this piece would get it. I just want to darken that down there. Okay. That's been a lot of fiddling today. And some of it was a bit back and forthy. But I am pleased with at least the majority of this front hair. I just hope she still garners a lot of the attention from I think all those tentacles pretty well match in their current status. In terms of their coloring. But yeah, I think I'm good there for now. So bright. I love how vibrant she is. I do have to still work on her hand. This thing needs to get figured out with the rest of it. Same with the teeth. Whatever this globule is. Ah. Yeah, it's definitely a thing, that's for sure. Now that you see it, you can see her through here, so you can see the blue, where the blue light hits on her outfit and stuff. You can see that lighting. I have to figure out if I want to do blue eyes or orange eyes or whatever color eye that is going to be. Alright, I think I'm going to call it there for now. I need to make sure to stretch my leg because I have been sitting for nearly 3 hours. And I'm sure Chris is going to have something to say about that. Alrighty guys, I'm just going to wake Callisto up and pull her up here. Big cat, not as big as a Maine Coon, but still a big cat. But yeah, so I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye. Come on, time to wake up.